A notorious Quebec mob boss who has been keeping a low profile appears to be emerging back into the limelight. Less than a year after being released from a U.S. jail, Vito Rizzuto is still careful about his security. But now he's bought a lavish new home. And as Mike Armstrong reports, some say it's a sign Rizzuto is back in charge.
People in this neighborhood aren't enthusiastic talking about the new family that moved in this summer.
Not very much.
Their new neighbor is one of the most powerful figures in the Canadian underworld. Vito Rizzuto was arrested at his old home in 2004. He was extradited to the U.S. and eventually served 5 years in prison for his role in a triple murder in the early 80s. It appeared to be the end of the Rizzuto reign over the Montreal Mafia. Canada's Teflon Don had been taken down. It got worse while he was in prison. Several close allies were killed or disappeared, including his brother-in-law, his father, and one of his sons. The Vito Rizzuto that arrived back in Canada under heavy security last October was considerably weaker and had reason to fear for his life. Now, he never moved back to his old house in Montreal. Instead, he'd been living in a safer situation, a condo on an upper floor. The purchase of this new home in Laval likely means he's not quite as nervous anymore.
It gives the impression that there is peace out there. Yeah, there hasn't been any shootings in that group in quite a while.
If there is peace, some have paid for it with their lives. Several mob figures linked to the faction that in Rizzuto's absence tried to take over have been taken out. The latest was just this summer in Toronto. A mob assassin who may have been involved in the killing of Rizzuto's father was gunned down barely 200 meters from a police station. Now, how Rizzuto's father was killed is worth noting. He was shot sitting at his kitchen table, hit in the head by a bullet from a sniper hiding in the forest behind his home. Vito Rizzuto's new home doesn't have much protection. It backs on a golf course.
He's acting like someone that's not worried. I think he's got a lot of people on his side supporting him.
Laval police confirm they're keeping an eye on their new citizen, although they're not saying how. Rizzuto may be watching them as well. The home has more than a few surveillance cameras. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.